Howdy, friend. Sam Houston here, hoping you're living in high cotton. And if you're lucky enough to be in Texas, I know you're most of the way there. Now enjoy your daily dose of Texas history and Texas pride.
Howdy, friend. Welcome back to the Feed Bandit podcast and your Texas History Roundup for November 14th. In 1835, the consultation adjourned at San Felipe de Austin after writing and then approving the Declaration of November 7th, 1835, establishing an interim government, electing Henry Smith as provisional governor, and naming Sam Houston as the commander-in-chief of the Army. In 1839, Hayden Edwards, who had returned to Texas during the independence fight, advertised 2,000 lots for sale in two new towns, one being Fredonia. However, no record of the second town has survived. In 1947, the historic Big Inch and Little Big Inch pipelines constructed during World War II from East Texas to the northeastern United States were sold by the federal government to a private company. In 1940, Interior Secretary Harold L. Ikes had realized that oil shipments by tanker from the Gulf Coast would be at risk due to German submarines. And in 1941, he convinced the oil industry to construct two pipelines, a 24-inch line, Big Inch, to carry crude, and a 20-inch line, Little Big Inch, to carry refined petroleum products. The large line ran from Longview to southern Illinois and on to Phoenixville, New Jersey. The smaller line ran from the Houston Port Authority refinery complex to Linden, New Jersey. In 1954, the Veterans Land Board scandal broke when Roland K. Ken Towery, editor of the Cuero Record, exposed irregularities in the program in several Texas counties. At issue were improper use of state money and violating veterans' rights. In subsequent legal proceedings, Texas Land Commissioner J. Boscom Giles was sentenced to time in the state penitentiary at Huntsville, the first elected state official to be sent to prison for a crime committed while in office. Towery ultimately received a Pulitzer Prize in 1955 for this reporting. And finally, in 1972, former U.S. Representative Martin Dees passed away in Lufkin. Dees was elected to Congress in 1930 and became an ardent anti-communist. He was the first chair of the House Un-American Activities Committee, which was created in 1938 to investigate subversion. But in 1952, Dees was not allowed to serve on the HUAC, as some believed he had damaged the cause of anti-communism. He continued to be firmly anti-communist to the end. All right. Well, that's it. That is your Texas History Roundup for November 14th. Thanks so much for listening, and we will catch you on the next one. You take care.
Well, there you have it. If you like our podcast, check us out at feedbandit.com. There you'll find awesome Texas First outdoors gear and apparel. Your purchase helps support the Bandits and keeps this podcast on the air, fighting for you and for Texas. Remember, preserve the tradition, protect the legacy. Until next time.